how it's gonna be. I don't think everyone's gonna watch all of this. So like I said, maybe I'll post this one all together just because it's like one of the first videos. It is actually the first video of me driving a truck. So I might just post the whole thing and edit it later on. Like I said, if you can give me suggestions on which editing program to use, I'd really appreciate it. I think this guy is turning here. Yep. Should be construction up ahead here, which they still haven't finished. And anyone living in Orlando, tell me what you think about the I-4. Holy crap, it is horrible. I-4 is just nasty. Roads are so bad on that highway. Driving a truck does require a lot of attention. You have to watch out and anticipate what other drivers are doing, because if you hit another person, depending on the speed, it can be pretty bad. So attention is everything in this. While you're driving, while you're loading, especially while you're loading. You also want to pay attention to the signs. You don't want to go under a bridge that's too low, especially when you're loaded, because you'll destroy the car on top and it'll be a pretty bad situation. Yeah, it's an adrenaline-filled job, definitely. Your nerves can be stacking up. Maybe they finished the construction, or maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Let's see. I think they did finish the construction. Yes, they did. They pulled out all the material. Oh, that's awesome. Damn. This truck is very, very bouncy. Does have like 500k, so pretty sure some suspension components, even if they have been replaced before, they need to be replaced again. I got maybe 5 more minutes of this video, I think, or maybe 10. We're getting close to the lot that I park at. But yeah, every day I drive generally 40 minutes just to get to work, to my truck. It's been a month since I started doing this. I've had my CDL license for like a few months now. I should have had it sooner, but the medical examiner put someone else's driver license on my medical report. So when I went to go take the exam, or the driving exam, they wouldn't let me take it on that day, so I had to reschedule it for the next one, which was 3 months. It was pretty bad. I was pretty pissed, but what can you do? But I would have been really screwed over if if like a police officer pulled me over as I was driving with my student license, with my permit, because it wasn't my driver's license on the medical report, which can look like fraudulent, which would be a fraudulent copy, because how would the officer know that you're not lying? A let's say you got pulled over at a time like this when the doctor's office is closed, so you can't really disclose. I mean, you'd probably go to jail, which is kind of scary. But they just shrugged it off. They didn't really do anything. I try to suit them so they could learn their lesson, so this type of stuff won't happen again, but no one would take the case. So I was like, you know what, whatever, man. Anyways, I feel like I'm talking a lot. Hope you guys are still enjoying the video. Give it a thumbs up if you've made it this far. I'd really appreciate it. This camera right here, I hate this camera. You could be stopped and it still like flashes at you, and I'm like, why? This bed is a 28 footer, and you can put one car on the Stinger as well, but you have to plan your load accordingly because you can't just put the cars randomly. It has to be a certain way and they have to fit. Sometimes you do have large vehicles, so you have to make them fit or come back to it again. At the end of the day, you still have to pick up those cars just because you're responsible for those areas. Truck breakdowns and stuff like that, it never ends. Because these trucks are usually on all day long, the breakdowns never end. Diesel's pretty cheap right now, so it's nice. For $50 you can put like 20 gallons into your diesel tank. See how I'm like doing short stabs? It doesn't waste a lot of air, and you're not overheating your brakes, which happens pretty quickly on these. You always have to pay attention to your gauges on these trucks. You have to pay attention to your, one of the most important ones, your air pressure, air tanks. You have to make sure that the governor is working, which is why pre-trip is pretty important. We don't really warm up the diesel trucks that much in the morning during cold start because we do live in Florida. The diesel truck usually requires to be under load to get to operating temperature anyways. So you just want to take it easy after letting it idle for like 2 to 3 minutes, and then just drive easily until it gets to operating temperature. Same with your hydraulics and everything else. You want to make sure everything works. You're not overheating on the engine.